Good morning, traders. It has been quite some time since I have put a video on YouTube, and I apologize. As you all know, you guys that stay on my channel regularly understand that I have other obligations. I have a family, I have a career, and it's been very busy. Holidays, work, etc. But I'm starting to develop some things on the trading side and the analysis side for this. I'm going to start making some more free time. I've had some opportunities come through that are going to make it more worthwhile for me to do these analysis and video sessions, and the trading and the live trading and the teaching and education that I provide. So good news for a lot of you guys that stick around. I'm going to be a lot more involved in the whole trading side of this over the next couple of months, and kind of building this back up. So without further ado, let's get right into it, guys. I'm going to start with USDX today. I really want to get into what is going on with USDX. Okay. This is probably the most important part of my analysis as a trader. It should be the most important part of your analysis as a trader if you trade futures. Okay. Most futures markets are very reliant upon the movement of USDX in either first or second dimension, meaning that indices and cryptos are directly related to USDX in the sense that if one is bearish, the other is bullish, and vice versa. Some commodities like gold and silver, they can trade in a second dimension, meaning not quite tick for tick or anything like that, but if USDX is bullish, then maybe gold is sideways or something, right? So that's a second dimension. It doesn't have an actual inverse relationship, but USDX is a really big driving factor. And understanding how USDX moves, understanding why it moves, understanding where it's going, these are very important things as a trader if you're wanting to look at how the other markets are going to move. So how do we chart USDX and what's going on with USDX right now? Okay, so for starters, this label here for me is wrong. Okay, this is part of a much different sequence. I'm going to be officially moving my impulse wave to here. So we're going to change this count completely. The magnet's too strong. Where'd it go? Oh, yeah, well, it doesn't matter. That's right. Because we're going to be breaching this invalidation zone. Okay. So my count here is quite incorrect. This count is wrong. Because I had that a part of a different type of sequence. So, pretty much what this is. Oops. Come on now. Jeez, I'm going to just turn the magnet off for now, guys. Sorry. I don't want this video to struggle. It's kind of crazy. And this needs to go into, nope, super cycle degree. Thank you. So, basically what USDX is doing right now, where we originally proposed are a different impulse wave, okay, here, which this 3-4 here, this chart doesn't give me enough data to show you, but it comes, obviously it comes off of an impulse. The reason why it's labeled 3-4 is because of this big type of correction instead of a 1-2, because if we did 1-2, that's also assuming that the US dollar is going to project itself into the 150, 160 range, which would be that's not happening, guys. That would cause stock markets to crash. I mean, it's not, no. Okay. Not right now anyways. It's not our time. So, that being said, we're in the leg of another impulse here. These are some internals I've charted previously. We don't have to worry about a lot of this stuff all the way down through here. The bottom line is, initially, as you can see, I had WXY set up here for a complex correction because this was keeping in line with this being the one, and me feeling like we weren't going to retrace that deep. We were going to get a little bounce here, one more to the upside, and then we got our bigger correction. Okay, which that would have made sense. That would have been fine because we could have breached this in the bigger correction before one last leg up. Okay, what's actually happening, in my opinion, now is that we are seeing this, that we just saw 5. Okay, and where is the 4 for this one? Hold on, let me put the lines on here. Sorry guys, I should have been more prepared today. My bad, G. And this one should be Grand Super Cycle. Don't need that anymore. Okay. No, this actually does go there. There was a smaller impulse, and I think I deleted it, that ends here. Okay. That smaller impulse is actually giving us an ABC correction. Okay, so we're going to get an ABC out of this thing, probably here, here, and here, and this should be cycle degree. Okay, before a further return to the upside. Okay, so we're going to get ABC, and then a final impulse to complete this out. Okay, I think right now we are completing the A leg of this, and the A leg is impulsive. I don't believe these are WXYs anymore. I do think there's an internal impulse in here, but I'll get to that part in a minute. I think this A leg is quite simply just, we have a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5. Let's drop this down to primary. Okay. Wait, which one is this? Oh, my bad. No, this is not a primary degree. This is intermediate degree. There you go. That makes a little bit more sense. Then, of course, there's internal impulses in here. This could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then there could be another one within here of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So a lot of internals to speculate. Bottom line is, I think this is our final zone here. We should end it in divergence. We made a really nice low in the divergence down here on the 4-hour. Okay, this is a beautiful divergence low. So should get one more dip, make a new low in price action. We should keep the divergence. I'm sorry. We should keep the RSI above here to create the divergence. So this is kind of our support line for now. Once we reach down in my box here, this orange box, then I think we get a return to the upside. So that was a lot on USDX, but it's very important for you guys to understand the action in USDX, to understand where we're going. Okay, so that being said, we could be completed here in USDX. We could be making another little ABC correction on a smaller frame. but let's just talk about the overall in the 4 hour. The overall direction is still trying to make a new low, okay, and which we could be headed there now. So what is that going to do for us in cryptos? Well, yeah, let's do the cryptos. What's that going to do for us in cryptos? Well, that's going to give us a quick return to the upside, okay. We could see prices in Bitcoin as high as 18.5. This Fibonacci is based on the the 1-2 of an impulse wave here for the C leg in the correction. Okay, it does kind of line up with some liquidity points here. We've got 2 touches here to the downside, which I really liked. So it kind of gives us an indication that we should be at least seeing 18,161. If you guys can see here, I called a breakout long. Long entries triggered, finding support right there at the peak of the previous one. Great little play going on here. We could see a marginal dip a little bit lower here. It's possible. Nothing to be ashamed of or afraid of. The Asian session last night gave us a really nice push to the upside. So this is the beginning of a wave 1 for us. Of the internal of 3. And I think today, after some quick dips, maybe shake out some of the longs here. Our stop's down here, so we're safe. We should not breach back down too far into this, especially should not be breaching the peak of this. We could actually put our stop loss just below this price here, and we would be super safe. Okay, but for now, we're just going to leave it here just in case. Sometimes we get crazy wicks or whatever, it happens. So we're going to play the safe route here. Should be seeing a return to the upside in the short term. Looking to reach, we have some profit targets in here, and we're looking to reach 18,110.68. And we'll leave a runner in case we do get some additional bullishness at the end of the nest. The nest is when you have multiple impulses beginning. You're going to have multiple impulses ending, like this, with higher highs, sometimes lower lows, sometimes not. So we should get some of that action here up at the top. Ethereum, pretty similar story. Let me mention one thing about Bitcoin. I'm not going to be shorting Bitcoin, and the reason why I'm super bullish on this is because we did make an expanded flat. Okay, if you notice here, we have a new low. This was apparently when the FTX quote-unquote hacker, who could be SBF, it could be anybody, whatever. This is the news that the FTX hacker was dumping off Bitcoin. This was a Sunday. Okay, see my cursor down there? It says Sunday. On this Sunday is when he started dumping Ethereum and Bitcoin. Okay, and I'm going to make an interesting point. There was no holdings of Litecoin. Okay, and I'm going to get to Litecoin in a second. Litecoin's very peculiar in this scenario, but I am full bullish on Litecoin, and I'll get to that in a minute. So this is apparently the hacker dumping on a Sunday with not much liquidity, dumping it into very marginal liquidity pools, and he was able to drive the price down, probably max shorting this, caught his money, whatever. It turned Bitcoin into an expanded flat. Expanded flats, we do not trade the short. I don't mind playing the breakout long because we are bullish in the short term, so we can take the breakout long here. Everything is fine. But as far as trying to catch the short, because we made a new low, even though it is a corrective sequence, making this new low actually gives Bitcoin the ability to extend much further up into possibly even this zone up here. So I don't like trading the short here. What I would much prefer to do is let Bitcoin make its sequence to the upside, and then as it starts its decline, we're going to look for a 5-wave sequence down, and then I want to get a 3 waves pullback. Okay, and once we get that, then we can take a short like this, and our stop loss can be above the high. Okay, so this is a much safer route to trade. Then we can get a nice drop out of this. you know, if we get a huge reaction here making new lows, then more than likely we're not going to be taking this short. It's just part of how the market plays, guys. It's unfortunate, but that's what it is. For now, we're long. We have great targets. I'm super happy about this. Nothing that we need to do in the very short term. Just please understand why we're not going to be shorting Bitcoin from up here with the big accounts. If you guys have different TA that you're going to short, please be my guest. You know, manage your risk, use stop losses, 1 to 5%. You know the rules. Okay, so Ethereum did not make a new low, so we have a nice extension coming out of Ethereum. Okay, so we are going to short the extension in Ethereum, and I have a couple of fibs here that are oops, hit the wrong button on my mouse. I have a new mouse, so it's kind of sensitive. It's a gaming mouse. Okay, so here we have a 236 for the ABC, and if you start the impulse wave here, we also have a 1618. Oops, I meant to actually post that. My bad. Okay, we have a 1618 lining up there as well. And then, well, no, I think that's it. Yeah. These are the two. And I like that it coincides with some of these other lows here. Looks like there's some sort of an order block. If I had to guess, looks like there's some sort of an order block here. You know, this is a very interesting zone to me. So, you know, and it does kind of line right up with our zone here. Okay, so that's why you see I have my red box extended up into here. There is a chance that we could try to wick up into this order block, you know, where this price action was here, the stalling. So I'm going to leave this up here. I really like this extension. You know, technically the extension does start from here. Okay, so I'm going to put an intermediary box here for everyone. We'll make this a lighter color of red. Okay, well, that's not even that light. Here, let's make it even lighter. Okay, so now we know the difference. So there is a chance that Ethereum could get into this box and fail reaching these highs up here. But I'm going to be looking for the most extreme short on this. So breakout long activated. We're long from the green line. Stop loss below the red. Looking good. You know, nice push to the upside here. No stress whatsoever at this time. Litecoin. I am full bullish on Litecoin. And I want to show you guys something on the weekly here that will blow your mind. Okay. So, here it is. We have a wonderful breakout on the weekly RSI here. Okay. And to give you an idea of what the other coins are doing, you know, here's Bitcoin. Okay. Bitcoin has failed to break out. Okay. We keep getting rejected, not even close, rejected. Gonna try one more time, probably rejection for one more low here. Okay. So, Litecoin, on the other hand, it has not traded sideways through this. It has absolutely banged through it. I do believe that we are in a sequence that has given us our low. There's a nice trend line here. What we're going to be looking for is for this RSI to come back down, retest the trend line. That should give us another quick low, dip into the infamous text box here. Sorry, hold on. So, you know, once Litecoin dips back into this zone, basically from $50 to $70, this is my spot buying range. And we're going to be looking at a 500% to 1,000% unleveraged move over the course of 5 to 10 years. So this is a very long-term hold, guys. Excuse me. In the short term, I've got Litecoin really, really stretched out, but I've got a 3 to make a new high, a 4, and then a 5 here. So we should be reaching into the 88 zone probably by next week, I would say. And then I would give it a couple of weeks to correct down. And this correction down is where we're going to start loading our spot bags on Litecoin. Depending on how this extension plays out, if we have a good enough extension to the downside and it plays out nicely, we may even be taking some longs here, some leverage longs, and looking for a nice push to come out of Litecoin. Okay, so Litecoin is a very good one. I'm very strong on this. Very, very happy with the returns that we've gotten out of Litecoin so far. So Litecoin's looking good. Okay, let's talk about the relationship between USDX and sorry, hold on, I gotta check on something. Okay, so let's talk about the relationship between USDX and the pound. The pound is making a really nice extension here, and this is why I believe we're getting another low in USDX. Okay, these are our market correlations. This is a perfect extension. We should be shorting the pound here. So taking a short on the pound at this point is our long in USD, but to get to there, USD has to dive, giving pound the strength to rally up into this zone. I think we're not going to quite extend all the way up into the 618 on this. I think we're pretty safe expecting to take a short in this zone here. We would just have to put our stop loss up here. So that's why I think USDX has a little bit more left in it. So here's an interesting one. Okay. ES was charted to reach all the way here. Okay. There's a chance that this move is truncated. Okay. We failed to make a new high here. ES is making new lows. There is a chance that we are doing a double in ES here, like a flat correction to end here, and we still could see a return to the upside. For now, it's a little bit iffy, so I'm going to leave the TA that I have currently in the short term. We took a long from here. We're still long. Reached profit target 1. That profit target 1, we're now risk-free. We have our stop loss to entry, and we're just waiting. So I don't know how much more we're going to get out of this guy. It could fail, but at least we're risk-free at this time on this long. So we're going to just let this be. If we make a new low here, but we hold, you know, we could be looking at something really to touch around 39.11. You know, even a little deeper into 38.90-ish. So if we bounce here and we get a good reaction from the downside and we start to unfold a 5-wave sequence, then I'll be looking at taking my ES shorts once more. For right now, on NASDAQ had a big liquidity pool up here for short sellers. And, you know, this is one that I really thought we were going to make a new high, so we didn't short this. We should have. Mistrade on my part. I apologize. NASDAQ has broken the lows. not doing a double. We should see NASDAQ break down below 11,341 soon enough. As soon as it does, it confirms that this sequence is absolutely complete, and we're going to see a decline with an ultimate weekly target of as much as all the way down into the 8,000s. Okay, so very, very, very distressed market conditions for NASDAQ. Tech is really struggling right now. Not a fan of buying tech at all. Not looking at buying any bounces. What I'm looking at is trying to find where we can complete this 5-wave sequence down, get a 3 waves pullback. Once we get this 3 waves, then we can be looking at shorting the 3-wave pullback after the 5-wave sequence completes. Okay, and once we can do that, hopefully we can still squeeze out a little bit of short profits. You know, I expect to be able to short somewhere in here, and we can still pull out a 21% unleveraged move on NASDAQ. So something we're going to be looking for in the very short term, guys. So just want to put everybody on notice, give everybody a heads up, have you guys see what we have going on in the markets and how we're going to be trading this stuff. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free. You know where to find me on Discord. Watch out for imposters. There's nobody like me on Discord. A lot of great analysts out there, but you can't duplicate the text. Okay, so that being said, starting some new ventures soon. I'll make some more announcements in my videos as I create more videos and get you guys up to speed. You know, for right now, this is what I got for the markets. I'll try to produce a few more of these and get you guys back up to speed, man. Sorry for the gaps in my videos, but they're going to start cranking out more now. So appreciate all the love I get from you guys, man. Thanks for your support. Hope you guys stick around and continue to support me. And I'll keep cranking out this awesome content, man. Peace, love, chicken grease.